am Tim, a psychologist in Nairobi, Kenya, who believes that mental health should be talked about in plain language. Today we are unpacking mental health is not madness. I'll say it again. Mental health is not madness. Let's get straight to the point. Somewhere along the way, in many African cultures, especially here in Kenya, we took everything to do with emotions, stress, trauma, and even brain chemistry and dumped it into one word: nuts, wazimu. And once that label is thrown, people stop listening. Families start hiding. Churches start praying. Exorcists of all descriptions fetch their paraphernalia. Communities start whispering. And the person suffering, they start breaking. Now, before we get too far, what do people actually mean when they say madness? Usually, they are talking about serious mental illness. Someone acting confused, hearing voices, talking to himself, or disconnected from reality. But also in everyday language, it has become a blanket word for anyone struggling with emotions. Actually, anyone who visits a mental health professional like myself is deemed mad. But here is what we don't often talk about. Mental health isn't something that some people deal with. It is something that everyone has. You don't have to be in a mental institution like Madare to be struggling. You can be in a suit, raising kids, closing deals, posting memes, and still be at war with your mind. So, what's mental health? It is the ability to think clearly, cope with stress, manage healthy relationships, make decisions, handle pressure without falling apart. So, mental health isn't about what is wrong with you. It is about what is happening inside of you. Let me ask you something. Have you ever cried yourself to sleep but told no one? Ever smiled in public and collapsed privately? Ever felt like you were running on empty but life won't let you stop? If you said yes to any of those, you've touched mental health, and it's okay. Let's deal with some of the lies that we believe in. Myth 1: only weak people have mental issues. Wrong. Some of the strongest people, soldiers, mothers, doctors, fight silent battles. Myth 2: just pray and it will go away. Look, I believe in the power of prayer, but I also believe in therapy, in medication, in actual help. Faith and psychology are not enemies, they are allies. Myth 3: if you are not crazy, what is the problem? Here's the thing. We think that unless someone is talking to them, then they are okay. But mental challenges don't always show up loud. They show up in the guy who drinks too much just to sleep, in the woman who smiles in the office but cries in the bathroom, in the student who is failing not because he is lazy, but because he's drowning, in the person who hasn't experienced joy for months but keeps answering, "I'm okay." You don't have to be out of your mind to be struggling in your mind. So what do? One, change the conversation. Stop using mental health as an insult. Stop calling therapy Western. Stop whispering when someone says they're struggling. Start asking questions. Two, know the signs, and you don't have to be diagnosing anybody. Just notice. Withdrawn, always angry, saying things like life is meaningless. Sometimes noticing is saving. Three, seek early help. Therapy is not for the mad. It is for the overwhelmed, the confused, the tired. Which means it's for you and me. Here is the truth. Most people suffering are not mad. They are not cursed. They are not weak. They are just untreated. But, and believe me on this, recovery is real. Healing is possible. And no, mental health is manageable. And no, you don't have to lose your mind to start taking care of it. Let's stop treating mental health like a taboo. Let's stop waiting until someone is wandering in the streets naked or talking to themselves before we help, before we say, maybe they need help. Let's talk now. Let's listen now. Let's support now. Because mental health is not madness, it's maintenance. And it's time we started paying attention to ours. If this helped you to rethink something today, share with a friend. Hit the like button and subscribe for mental health insights every week. More truth, less stigma, here on TimPsych.